Hey traders, in this video I'm going to be looking at the S&P 500, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, probably the other indices as well. We're looking at what's going on right now and what could be possibly moving on down the track, and I believe it's coming. Let me share what I'm talking about by why I say it's coming. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into it. Now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, let's start off with that first. Now, actually, you know what? Let's start off with what I said, what I was about to say before, which was that it's coming. I truly believe, guys, that we are going to see one of the biggest blow-off tops we have ever seen. I truly don't believe that what we have seen now is the top in the markets and that's it. We're going to completely crumble and that's it. I truly believe that we are getting ready for one of the biggest moves we've seen in history. Massive, massive move into next year. With the stimulus and 0% interest rates and all sorts of stuff. It's just propping up these markets massively it's just propping up these markets massively. And the one thing that I'm seeing time and time and time again is that when most people think something cannot happen, it generally happens. It's generally the opposite that happens that way. So even when I do videos I've done over the last few weeks saying we could get a pullback or this is a warning sign, when I say it's a warning sign for just a pullback, a lot of people think that I'm saying that this is going to be the top and it's going to be all over and tomorrow we're going to be down 5,100 points. No, right? No, not like that. One thing that I have learned over my trading career, guys, when looking at the stock market and looking at any of the markets, is that we've always got to be we've always got to be flexible with what the market is doing, and most importantly, listen to the markets. So listening to the market is about reading the charts. If we have a look at the chart itself, say the Dow Jones, we can still see we're in like this little bit of a bull flag formation, a little bit of a gap up, and now we're just going through like this sort of just a flag formation here. So the question is that if we do break up and out through here, then my first target is around just above there. Now I say just above there, that's still a nice, almost 5% rise to where that target is on the Dow Jones. Looking on the weekly chart though, you can see how we're just breaking above. We're still just holding above the previous high. So there's two different sides of the story that I'm here, guys. There's a thing that I'm seeing in the markets, and then there's a thing that I'm hoping to see in the markets. Let me explain. The thing that I'm seeing in the markets right now is we're in a bit of a bull flag, and we could easily break up and just continue running, right? Right, go, giddy on up, go on, move, right? It's like when you're whipping the horse, whoosh, right? Go on, get. But then there's the thing that I'm hoping for, and that is I'm hoping we get a bit of a drop to the downside. Not a complete move back down to 26,000. No, I'm hoping we come back down through here, probably even a pullback to even to 28,500. I'm hoping we see that, and then we hold, and then we start to blow off. The reason why I'm hoping to see that, because then the market's going to give me some really high probability patterns that I can trade off. If I look at the S&P 500, sort of the same thing as well too. We're in like a bit of a slow bull flag. So if we break up and out of this here, which it's probably going to happen that way, because this thing is just slowly going that way. It's probably going to happen that way. So we could start to end up around say 3,850 when it comes to, that's my target on the S&P. But as I was saying before, that's what to me it's coming. Either way, we're seeing a big move to the upside. I'm just hoping we get a pullback first. And then if we do get a pullback first, because the pullback, let me show you this here. The pullback here is going to give me some confidence that if we do that and we start to get back up to here, like that, and we create this higher low, this pattern is going to show me that there's massive confidence in the upside. And so therefore, I'll be happy to trade that. Now I have my trading system and my trading approaches and right? All that sort of stuff. But that's what I'm looking at when it comes to the stock market. But I truly believe that we are getting ready for one of the biggest blow-off tops in history. And then, yes, we will see one of the biggest crashes in history after we've seen that massive blow-off. Just like in 1990, just like in the Roaring 20s. Right? So just like in the Roaring 20s, let me bring something up here for you. Just going to do this on the fly. So let me just share this with you, because I think the Roaring 20s is a very good thing to sort of talk about, because I think when it comes to the Roaring 20s, I think we are likely to sort of see the same situation when it comes to that. No, I can't find the chart. Anyway, so the Roaring 20s is about this. The Roaring 20s was about from 20 to 29, big boom, right? Big boom, big move, big upside. That was the Roaring 20s. I truly believe we're going to see something like that, and that's what's going to create the biggest bubble in history. I don't think we've seen anything yet when it comes to the markets. We haven't seen the crash yet, but the biggest crash of our lifetime is coming. It is coming. But I believe it is coming after we see a very big move to the upside. Because guys, right now, guess what's happening? 0% interest rates. What is that doing? People are flooding so much money into the stock market. Right? So that's the first bear camp. All right? You know the whole what's in band camp? What's that word for that? I forget exactly. What's that movie? American Pie. There you go, American Pie. Right, in band camp. Right, so the first band camp, they say, oh my god, it's 0% interest rate. People with a lot of money, they're trying to chase some sort of return. So they're trying to, let me put it in stocks. At least that way I'll get a dividend payment, right, of 4-5% return, and so on and so forth. So that's the first band camp. The second band camp is like, oh my goodness, inflation's coming. I need to start getting into some really good inflation hedges, such as gold and such as, the stock market and some stock markets as reflation happens. Because that's going to reflate everything. Now, also, on the other band camp, they know, and the smart people know that the government is just going to keep printing more money, and they're going to keep devaluing the currency. And they're going to keep printing and keep printing and keep printing and keep printing. And they're going to throw the house, the sink, the toilet paper, and the roof out of it as well too. They're going to do whatever they can to keep this market up as much as possible. And it's probably going to last this next 10 years. We're probably going to go through another 10-year massive move to the upside. Maybe. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, right? I could be completely wrong. But I do believe the biggest crash of our lifetime is on its way. But after we've seen one of the biggest moves up. So we are a long way from that big crash. Not now. But it's coming after this happens. And after we see a massive melt up or bubble up or big move up or big bull run or, bazonka donka, right? Whatever you want to call it. A bazonka donka is likely to happen first. And then we're going to get so overstretched. We're going to create a bubble. You're going to see the bubble in the markets. The bubble's going to go straight up, just like Bitcoin did. And I truly believe, guys, that the stock market's some of the stocks anyway, are going to look like that, look like the Bitcoin market, right? When it went to 20,000, first time they did anyway. And I believe the bazonka donka, when the bazonka donka happens over the next few years, then yeah, we're going to see one of the biggest crashes of our lifetime, because that's when probably the debt that we see has an issue. That's when the debt is going to be a big issue. So when I see things like even the Nasdaq right now, slowly crawling up, guys, I'm telling you, this is getting ready for just, like right now, yes, everything's overvalued and nothing makes sense. But nothing makes sense because it's not about valuations anymore. It's about what the powers to be are doing, so to speak. What's that printing press doing? And they're going to keep printing and printing and printing and printing and printing and printing. And they're going to keep trying to push these things up. And they're going to buy everything they can. They're going to even, they're probably going to start to buy stocks over the next few years as well too, just to keep things going. So this reflation that's happened right now, we didn't see the crash this year. That was a black swan event. The real crash that's going to take many years to unfold not just a 3 month, but many years. That is coming, but not yet. We need the bazonkadonka first, right? We need the big bubble up first. We need that big long bazonkadonka. It might take a few years for that to unfold overall with good pullbacks. But after that, the biggest crash of our lifetime is coming after we see a bazonkadonka in the market. Traders, I've been getting a lot of questions asking me about, John, how do I trade the markets? What sort of system do I use? What's my approach? And so on and so forth. So I'm running a free masterclass teaching you my #1 trading system for the last 15 years. This is the most powerful and highest probability system on the planet. And I'm going to just share with you all the details. Plus, I'm going to share with you how I find and scan and do all my trading in 1 hour or less per day. If you go to johnsfreetraining.com, you can register for this free training that I'm going to run. So go to that right now. I'm going to teach you all the details, and I promise you, once you leave this free training, not only will you know exactly what goes into a good trader, so you could be a good trader, but also you're going to learn my #1 trading system, all the details so you can start to crush it. So go to johnsfreetraining.com, and I look forward to seeing you on the masterclass. Go to johnsfreetraining.com right now.